Rich Lowe, Pilot Legacy, on site at the Stanton, Lockhart, Texas, with our June 2023 investor update. We conducted our most recent owners, architects, and contractors meeting here on site on June 22nd. Just 2 days prior to that OAC, we had over 2 inches of rainfall on site. This made site work and walking the site nearly impossible. Since May, we've had 10 additional down days beyond our original forecast due to weather. However, Axia took advantage of that time to execute on some of the utility-related work that was scheduled to occur later in the timeline, which helped mitigate the impact of those additional weather days. Here you can see where boring was conducted to connect existing electrical power running on the western easement of Stanton Phase 1, going underneath the driveway and tying into the eastern side of the property. Utilities will eventually be directed northeastbound along the drainage flume behind Building 6 and connecting with Buildings 7 and 8. Buildings 9, 10, and 11 will connect from the northwest corner and eventually tie into Building 8, completing the entire electrical loop for the community. The pad sites for Buildings 7, 8, and 9 are complete. Recall that last month we were anticipating for this month's update batter board installation and the stubbing in of utilities at a minimum at pad site 7 and 8. However, shortly after last month's update, while digging out pad site 11, crews discovered non-native fill and buried building materials. This was an immediate showstopper and warranted much more extensive geotech analysis of the site, as well as that of the adjacent geologic profile for pad site 10. PVC pipe, lumber scraps, and fence posts were just some of the items discovered just below the surface of where pad site 11 would be. Engineering Consulting Services, our geotech engineering firm, performed much more extensive proctor sampling and concluded that the impact, though adverse in nature, was limited and could be safely mitigated through more extensive excavation both laterally and vertically. A typical pad site is dug out to a depth of 10 to 12 feet before being refilled, compacted, and capped. To ensure all non-native fill would be removed, Nighthawk is now digging nearly 20 feet down and removing additional material laterally approximately 8 feet on every side. The delay associated with this discovery has set us back about 14 days, that in addition to the week or so lost due to the inclement weather. However, we're happy to say that our additional analysis, though time-consuming to accomplish, yielded excellent results. And Nighthawk has been able to validate those results during their actual excavation. Here you can see that the excavation on pad site 10 is complete and compaction is now underway with the sheep's foot in preparation for capping. Meanwhile, a closer look at pad site 11 shows just how much material is having to be removed to ensure a stable foundation. The concrete contractor has been on site and the batter boards and stubbing in of pads 7, 8, and 9 are imminent. Here you can see where additional electrical utilities were tied in beneath the driveway between the existing Building 5 and pad sites 7 and 8. Additionally, stormwater drainage pipes have been delivered on site and their installation is to commence in the next few days ahead. As for our time-lapse camera, it's been working like a champ. I still get a pretty good charge out of checking my phone every hour and seeing a new picture uploaded with a new element of progress here at the Stanton Phase 2. Spectrum Cable has been on site upgrading the network around the community. The older network should provide connectivity for us through July 7th, and then it's going to drop offline, and the new network with its SSIDs and passwords will subsequently become active. The good news is that even if connectivity to the camera and the network is lost, the camera itself will continue to take pictures. But the bad news is that once the new network replaces the old one, connectivity will be lost and uploads to the cloud will cease until I can shinny back atop Building 5 and input the new network creds into the remote camera's interface so picture uploads to the cloud can resume. We hope to get that done in a timely manner to minimize the loss of photos during the network transition. The system has been an absolute peach so far, very reliable, so we're all really motivated to keep that system up and running so that we can get a continual monitoring status of Building 9. And finally, I'd like to leave you with an overall look at the surrounding development in the immediate vicinity of the Stanton. To the far east, you can see the streets and utility installation for Hansford's new D.R. Horton development, which looks nearly complete. Likewise, Lockhart Farms, the 120-unit LIHTC project, is in its final stages. And to the immediate east of the Stanton, Lockhart Land Group's single-family development is well underway as well. And last but not least, deep digs and foundation work continue to be the primary focus here at Stanton Phase 2. Overall, we feel really quite good about the Phase 2's progress. The adverse weather and the archaeological discoveries we could have done without, but they were all generally minor in nature. Well, we wish you all a fantastic Independence Day celebration. This is Rich Lowe signing off from the barbecue capital of the world, Lockhart, Texas. But the bad news is that once the new network, that's a wrap. Time to get over to Black's for some ribs and peach cobbler. Woo!